name is Jenna Antoun, and I'll be playing Shifting Etude in A minor by Carcassi. May I start?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Very, very good job. So, I mean, I'm just asking everyone because I want to know what you would like to work on or something that you have in mind when you're practicing. Like, what are you keeping in mind to kind of get better on as you're practicing?
For this one, dynamic changes, tone changes, trying to bring out the piece more.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's really important, especially in etudes, to make them sound like very engaging and interesting and sounding like not like etudes. So I think we can start with that. I think if I was looking at this, this is like a reduced version from the original etude, but if I was doing the etude or this version of it, I would still kind of work on it the same way. I think I would try to just block out each chord and just play that in the beginning without having to worry about the arpeggio, just kind of see what I want it to sound like in terms of the phrasing, dynamic, color changes, without having to worry about the arpeggio. So can we try that exercise where you're just playing the chords, and can you just show me the direction that you want to move it in, and maybe we can just start just with the first part. that's like a cool, kind of like simplified way to hear the basic kind of like structure without having to worry about other things. So I would start there, and then I would try to look at it and map out what I want to do with it. So if I was looking at this, I would think, okay, I want to start like mezzo forte or mezzo piano, where I start with presence, but I want to have enough room to grow into the next part. So when I'm looking at this, I probably think of this as a first peak in the phrasing, because you're basically going kind of in order and kind of coming up on the scale until you arrive here on C. So I would try to start here, present with, purpose, but soft enough that I can come and grow. So I know I want this one to be a little bit more, but not so much more that I don't have more room to keep going gradually. More. Oops. And so I've gone to kind of a peak here, and then here I know that I want to come back down just a little bit. And then here, I think I want to ignore this stuff here that's written, because to me it doesn't feel like it's subtly high and then low, high, low. To me it's so kind of like these continuous lines where I would start here. And then grow a little bit again, a little bit down again, until I resolve here. So obviously grow, come back down, and then here an opportunity to grow again, to come back down again. So it's kind of a lot of this coming up and down and up and down to kind of keep it engaging and keep it with like a lot of attention. So can we try the chord thing again and try to exaggerate the phrase a little bit more? So you're thinking from here to here, here coming down to here, going back up until probably here, and then coming back down. A little bit more. A little bit more. And here, remember you want to get a lot louder. Come back down just a little bit less, and just a little bit less. And then a little bit more here. More here. And then a little bit more. And then slightly less. And then a little bit less here. So, here. And then coming back down here. Yeah. So I think that's, when I look at kind of this first half of it, it will be like my general map of dynamics. So can we start from the beginning again, keeping that shape, and then doing now. More, a little bit more. Okay, really great. I can hear the shape more, but I want you to exaggerate it a little bit more. If we're trying to get more sound, just push down on the guitar a little bit more. So show me your normal. Okay, one more time. And I'll do the same, but this time push down on the strings and keep the same everything else that you're doing. Just push down on the string. Yeah, one more time. gets more weight inside of the strings. And it's not that you have to squeeze, you don't have to, press up or anything, just pushing down, weight, and having the same everything else. So when you get to here, I would say instead of doing your normal attack, just do the push down a little bit, so when you get to here, you're not here, you're with more roundness and more presence in your attack. So let's try again, and really, really show me the direction from here to here. In fact, I think it helps to, can you just show me this and this without anything in between, and show me what is the difference that you want to hear between this and this. Okay, do it one more time and exaggerate it even more. Now I hear a big difference. So we want to get from there to there, and then just use this as our guide into this. So let's start again. More. And more. A little bit less. Direction. Another thing that I want to include, I noticed that when you're doing your arpeggio, it's really nice, and even you're very accurate with every note, but I noticed that usually there's a bit of an accent on the middle finger. So can you show me your arpeggio and try to make every note sound evenly on the same range? Okay, one more time. Really good. So I think it'll help the shape a little bit more if you're a little bit more even on maintaining the same range instead of having one stick out. So instead of, do you hear how the M just kind of sticks out slightly? You do that here, but it's really small, and I think it's just naturally our M finger is a lot stronger, and it just kind of comes out. So try to be a little bit more mindful, and if you're putting weight into the string, try to make it more equally distributed between the rest of the arpeggio. So one more time. Really good. And I think along with what I was talking about in the M, I think you can afford to bring out the A just a little bit more, so it sounds not like there's a drop in the A. So instead of, try to maintain more a line. Something is happening within here, it's more in the same direction versus P-I-M-A. So can you try it from the beginning? And then come back down. Good. And then come back up again. All these things, it makes it feel like it's coming together a little bit more. I think another thing that I want to add on to these things that we're including is trying to make it even more connected than it already is. So I think in some of these shifts and these movements, you can wait just slightly longer before you move so that one and the other connect a little bit more. So here, it's a little bit easier because you have the open string. But when I go here, from here to here, I would try to kind of move my hand and then maybe release the other fingers first. And chord. Instead of thinking like chord, chord, chord. And you have the basses also to help you shift. But especially in these last notes, I would try to hold on to them just a moment longer so that they feel more connected between this and this. Because you really have these open strings to help you shift every time. So when you get here, I would wait right until you play the bass to release this, okay? So can we go from the beginning? And let's try that. So like here, I would do this. And then when I play this, I would release it, not before. So I would do, and I would really probably try to take the most advantage of the open basses to help me shift. But try to have a little bit more like overlapping between the last note of the measure and then the first bass note of the next one. But here you let go a little bit earlier. Can you try holding it for a little bit longer? Maybe we can go just from up here. Exactly. Like it's a small detail, but I think it helps it sound a lot more like fluid and connected. So when we go again, can we try to put all of these things together? So evenness with your right hand, having the overlap to connect, and what was the other thing that we talked about?
Volume rising up.
And volume rising up, exactly. I was testing you. So let's try that from the beginning and start soft to give yourself room, but still present. So make it very obvious that you're starting a piece. Okay, let's do it again. So instead of here, just a little bit more. So you're here. Let's do. Let's do it again from the beginning. Crescendo. More. More. A little bit less. More. Down again. Really good. And now let's try on the second part. So we're here minor, we're going to major. Can you show me how you want this to feel different from this first part? If we ended here,
5 minutes.
okay. If we ended it here, soft. Let's play this very end here, and then start here and show me how you would make the character different. Yeah, really good. I would do just that. So if I'm doing this, your major part, I I would start maybe closer to this part of the guitar so it sounds a little bit fuller or warmer. And it'll make a really nice contrast. So let's do the ending just one more time and then start here, a little bit warmer and rounded. Great. Okay, really, really great. But here, you drop a little bit in the energy. I would maintain, so start with the same, I really liked what you did there, but grow a little bit more until getting to here. And then once you're here, you have a chance to come back down. So let's start again. Maybe just a little bit less than before so we have room to grow. More. More. A little bit less. And then I would grow here again. More. Like, I think for me when I hear this, I think of, at least to this point in the piece, this is kind of like the most tense part. So I would try to give it the most energy we've had seen yet. So let's go one more time from here and practice those dynamics. A little bit more tension, louder, a little bit less, a little bit less, grow a little bit again, more, and louder. Yeah, and here I would take maybe like, it could be a nice opportunity to take a little bit of time to stretch it out the moment a little bit, and then go back to here. So why don't we start from here again so we can just do the ending.
That was right here.
Just right here. It's kind of like the same as the beginning. Grow again. So here again, I would kind of have the same intention as the beginning, but keep growing until, this is like the highest note we've had in the entire thing. So I would give it probably not only just more volume, but a little bit more time as well to kind of take time here until you have to come back here. So can we do that just one more time, starting here? Keep doing the crescendo. And then the most here. Excellent, yeah. So I would do exactly that, and then apply what we did earlier with connecting a little bit more, so when you get to here, do that first note and then move back. Right, so, and because you're taking time already, it's going to be a little bit easier to go all the way from here to here. So can we do just that part before we go, where exactly. A little bit more. Come back down. Yeah. I think if you do these shapes, it's going to make it sound like less of an etude and more like a piece that you want to present. So really great job. Just whenever you feel like you're not sure where it should go, just block out the chords and hear how it's kind of like moving and how the tension is growing and where we kind of reach a peak of a moment and then give ourselves like the space to come back down.